When Sampson made the catch. Clock continues to run, a gain of 8. There are a lot of people who deserve a lot of credit on both these teams. Wellington Mara, you saw, the Broncos and their organization, Tim Mara, Bill Parcells, George Young, the whole group, Dan Reeves.
Defense.
What was that one? I didn't hear that one.
I didn't either. 12 men on the field, I think.
Well, they all want to get on just to be on the field, you know, to play, get on the field. Lendetta may run in there and play defense. You know, other guys like George Martin and Harry Carson, guys that have been around there, Brad Benson, a long time, been through the bad years, to go through that, stick with it, and come up to today has to be a special day for everyone, but for those guys, I think it really means something. More, bigger.
I think, John, when you go back and look, as we have an opportunity maybe to sort of reflect on the early part of the game, the Broncos got there and didn't get the points. I think that has to be something that they'll be thinking about a long time.
Well, that was a big part of this thing, and then that halftime, I mean, the way the Giants went in and came out in the second half and just dominated and took over that game in the third quarter. And then with this defense, this great Giant defense, when they get ahead, boy, they just smother you. They make you play uphill, and they're just playing downhill on you and knocking you out. Next thing they're trying to figure out there is who's going to carry the coach off. See, they're planning. Brad Benson was back there planning. Yeah, we know Jim Burt won't. He already has something to carry off there.
Here's Kubiak out of the pocket. And Sampson scampers out of bounds, stops the clock, a gain of 11. Broncos keep hanging on and hanging in.
The fans are booing that one. They want the game to be over and the celebrating to start.
I'm amazed as you look around the Rose Bowl, nobody's left. The place is still full.
I tell you, this is a great place for a football game. And you know, and the weather's nice, and it's a nice day, and, you know, you're enjoying, and it's a happening, and you're there, and, you know, to go there and not see it to its finish, you know, doesn't make any sense either. Because this place is going to be packed. Getting out, you can't get out anyway.
Yeah, you might as well stay, I guess. Kubiak down by Dorsey. And Pepper Johnson. And Eric Howard. And Parcells is up on the shoulders of the offensive lineman.
He's saying, not yet. It's okay, Bill. It's okay. You got it.
How does he feel, John?
I'll tell you, he feels great. This is as good as it gets. Doesn't get any better than this. And the great thing about it, it lasts forever. It's not something that's not there tomorrow.
Can never take it away.
Well, they have a net, you know, that's a stomp and grind.
Pepper Johnson and William Roberts.
And they have a name. And go right in the middle of the field and do it. You know, they say it's business. They talk about, you know, this and that, the business, the agents, and it's great. When you're out there and this is happening, it's a game. And it's fun, and it's playing, and it's kids.
It's grown kids. McConkey, who got his sheriff's touchdown.
They never wanted to end. Now, if I had a 12 again, I'd just stay out in the field. I wouldn't get off.
Rutledge with a football under his arm, and that, as you said, was indeed a key play. Wellington Mara in the middle of the team. Parcells. Well, John Madden and I would simply like to say we enjoyed it, and thank you. Final score, the Giants 39, the Broncos 10. Stay tuned for the post-game show and the presentation of the Vince Lombardi Trophy. Also interviews with the losing and winning teams. That's all coming up on the post-game show. CBS Sports coverage of Super Bowl number 21 will continue after this message and a word from your local station.
Nobody has lower fares than United to more cities across this land. North to south, east to west, only United has low fares to all 50 states.
You're not just flying, you're flying the friendly skies.
Hey, buy one New York Giants Super Bowl champs.
I got another shirt ready.
Shoot.
Hard copy. It's a winner.
Next.
This is CBS.
Save, save, save like clockwork days. Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers save like clockwork. Chevy Cavaliers, big time savings, great selection. Chevy Cavaliers, 13 models, 15 colors, options you need, prices you want from $72.55. $900 less than Ford Tempo. GMAC financing saves you more. Come on in before time runs out. Save like clockwork.
Anyone can learn the language of investing, but it doesn't always mean you'll make money. Instead of just parroting the jargon, the Oppenheimer Mutual Funds offer you clear-cut investment opportunities.
That's right,
A broker or financial advisor could find the right one for you.
Bear market, bull market.
So talk to a financial advisor and grasp the Oppenheimer opportunity. It takes the frustration out of investing.
Money, money.
Dust off your policy, dig up your bill. Leave it to the good hands, people. Do it right now or you know you never will.
Come into Allstate and compare our low homeowners rates. You might just save some money.
Check through your files, look high and low. Get down to Allstate, you might save some dough. Leave it to the good hands, people. You're in good hands with Allstate.
A member of the Sears Financial Network.
Nature knows no shortcuts. Perfection takes time. So we give nature the time to make old-style beer perfect. With the slow, expensive method of double brewing called krausening for smoothness and drinkability. Nature's way takes much longer. But after all, there are no shortcuts to being the best. Heileman's Old Style, America's best brewed premium beer.
Mike Ditka, live from the Super Bowl, tonight on Channel 2 News. CBS Sports coverage of the Super Bowl 21 post-game show is sponsored by the 1987 German-engineered Volkswagens and your Volkswagen dealers. U.S. Sprint, where every fiber optic call will sound like you're right next door. And by IBM.
The celebration going on now surrounding Jim Burt as he attempts to rejoin his teammates down here in the victorious locker room area. And now it is time to present the Vince Lombardi Trophy for this great season-end performance, not only by Burt, but the entire New York Giant football team. And with me is the Commissioner of Football, Pete Rozelle, and one of the co-owners of the New York Giants, Wellington Mara, and their outstanding coach, Bill Parcells. Commissioner, you make the presentation.
Well, I'm very pleased to congratulate Wellington Mara, the president of the Giants, and also the president of the National Football Conference. Well, your father, Timothy J. Mara, founded the Giants in 1925. In that first season, you were a 9-year-old ball boy. And ever since that time, I think the Giants have been both the business and the love of the Mara family. Bill, all I can say is I'm sure you will reject it, but you're this year's NFL Genius coach. President Reagan has been watching, and he asked me to advise you that at your convenience, he'd like to have the whole Giant squad at the White House. Well, congratulations.
Wellington, your thoughts now.
Well, Brent, 2 weeks ago, I told Virginia McCaskey that if there were words to express my opinion, I didn't know them yet. I'm not any smarter today than I was then, but I'm very proud to represent the great bunch of men, our coaches and our players, and I'm very happy to accept this in their behalf in recognition of the effort and the achievement that they accomplished by their effort this year. Bill, take it away.
Coach. Great moment for you, Bill, and I have to harken back to the third quarter. It was 4th and 1 at midfield. There are a lot of coaches who would have said, let's punt it. I've got a great punter and a tremendous defense. You decided to gamble at that moment in this game. Tell me about it.
Well, it was about 2 feet, and it's something we've had all year, Brent. And, you know, you're trying to win the game. This is for the World Championship, and, you know, it's not for faint-hearted people, so you got to take your shot. And, you know, it just paid off. I have a lot of confidence in our guys. When I challenge them with that kind of call, they try to make the play. They made every one of them we tried this year.
Bill, did you do anything differently when you saw that Phil Simms had such a hot hand here today?
No, but I just like to say that I think that ought to dispel any myth about Phil Simms, because I'll tell you, he was absolutely magnificent today.
Probably
Absolutely.
the best game played in a Super Bowl a long time by a quarterback. You'd have to harken back to the performances of a Terry Bradshaw.
Well, that might be the best game the quarterback's played, and you might count all the games for this year.
Now, coaches have had so much trouble repeating, coming back again. I hate to yank you into the future, but what will you tell this group of athletes to try to keep their mind focused in on winning again?
My guys got a good work ethic. They're dependable. They're reliable people. And I think the challenge will be to, you know, to see what we can do and maybe separate ourselves from some of those other great teams. If we can come back and keep competing the way we have, you know, I think we'll be competitive for a while.
Congratulations, Coach. You did a magnificent job. All right. And our Super Bowl today, post-game festivities will continue from the New York Giant locker room in just a moment.
McDonald's presents Double Features.
I don't know how to say this.
It was a time they'd never forget.
I'm starving.
It was dinner time. Time for McDonald's Double Features. McDonald's Double Cheeseburger. It's big, it's beefy, it's back. And introducing double fries. Crisp, golden, double the regular size.
I wish this could go on forever.
It won't. It's only available for a limited time. Don't miss it. McDonald's Double Features.
In the year 4 million BC, man took a giant step. He got up off all fours. And now, after millions of years of evolution, man has discovered he's better off on all fours in a Vanagon Synchro.
Dad?
Julie, look at your hay fever.
Oh, she hasn't had a sniffle all day. And I'm ready to dance all night.
Thanks to research by Dow's pharmaceutical subsidiary, millions like Julie may now find relief from allergies without the drowsiness often associated with allergy treatments.
You can make a difference in what tomorrow brings.
Save me a dance.
'Cause Dow lets you do great things.
At first, IBM electric typewriters made typing easier. Then we improved the way typing looked and revolutionized its touch and feel. IBM even fixed the way errors got fixed. Today, IBM wheel writers and quiet writers do things our old typewriters never dreamed of. They're faster, quieter, they have memory, and can even signal mistakes as you make them. The typewriters secretaries like best just get better and better.
Had 2 tickets for today's game, right on the 50-yard line. But I sold them. You're probably saying, what a jerk. But guess what I got with the money? A Volkswagen Golf.
The video diary of Tony Galbraith continues here in the Giants locker room. The man who made it work, Phil Simms. He's with Irv Cross. Let's go to Irv.
You know, Brent, Phil Simms threw 11 consecutive receptions, setting a Super Bowl record. Of course, you did everything well, Phil, your MVP. Did you feel like you could have gone 100% today?
Yeah, I did. I just felt like when we were warming up, I just told everybody, I said, I got it today. You know, I was throwing the ball real well. And, you know, we had a lot to prove our offense coming in here because people didn't say anything about us all week. And I think everybody thought our receivers couldn't be a part of this game. And we had something to prove, and we talked about it all week. We were going to come out of here running, and we were just going to see if they could cover us. And the receivers, everything, the game plan was terrific. It really was.
Well, what was the difference in the first half and the second half? Of course, you guys didn't score against the ball in the first time we played them in New York, but you were a completely different team in the second half.
Well, today in the second, in the first half we moved it every time. I just had a breakdown a couple times and just missed completing big passes. And we stayed with the same stuff, and we just got it going, and we hit a few big plays. And sometimes you get it going in this league, it's hard to stop it, and that's the way we were today.
Congratulations, Phil. Super Bowl 21's most valuable player, Phil Simms. Brent.
All right, Irv, the other co-owner of the Giants and a man who was instrumental in helping bring George Young to the franchise is Tim Merritt. Tim, you had to turn this group around. There were some lean times. Your reflections.
You're right, Brent, and I'd like to take this opportunity on behalf of my mother and my sister and myself to congratulate the players, to congratulate the assistant coaches, and to congratulate the greatest head coach the Giants have had in my lifetime, Bill Parcells, and to thank this man right over here, George Young, because if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have done this today. And I'm very happy for all our fans because they deserve it. Thank you, Brent.
Thank you. George, your feelings now. This is such a great moment for you. You helped put this team together.
Well, Brent, I'm so happy for both sides of the Marrow family because they gave me the support to try to help Bill Parcells do the wonderful job he's done and how well the players have done. We have great players and great support from the owners. What else can you say? And I'm very happy, really, to see the happy faces of the Giant fans because they've supported us so much for so long.
Well, George and Tim, I don't want to sensationalize the point, but nor do I want to leave without referring to it. And that's the fact that Wellington and Tim do not get along, but the fact remains. They kept the focus on winning football games. They got the job done this year, and they deserve to be acclaimed for that. We will continue with the Super Bowl Today post-game show in just a moment. Thank you.
This is CBS.
Pages Plus. Still the Yellow Pages. From cover to cover, we cover it all. The Ameritech Pages Plus, published by Donnelly Directory.
Here we have some typical investors chasing after the right money-making opportunity. As you can see, the quest can become quite frustrating. Fortunately, the Oppenheimer Mutual Funds can help by providing the right opportunity for almost any investor. A broker or financial advisor can help you zero in on it. So if you find yourself going around in circles, grasp the Oppenheimer opportunity. It takes the frustration out of investing.
The other side of the story. Denver coach Dan Reeves is with my colleague Will McDonough in the Bronco locker room. Let's go to Will.
Brent, thanks very much. Dan, it looks like he had a great opportunity in that first half to put this ball game away.
Well, Will, first of all, I'd like to congratulate the Marrows. George Young, Bill Parcells, his entire coaching staff, and a great football team, for winning the Super Bowl. They certainly played a great football game. The first half, we just didn't, we should have scored about 10 more points at least in the first half. And we knew going into the ball game, if we didn't take advantage of every opportunity we have, we'd be in, tough shape. And we missed a couple of field goals, got first and goal to go on the one and don't score. And so that really was disappointing coming into half, but we still had the lead.
In the second half, they just took the game away from you.
Well, they did. The field position, in the third quarter really killed us. We had the ball backed up, I think, on a 15-yard line about the first 3 times we touched it. They keep us from making a first down. They get great field position, and their offense stuck it in the end zone. We knew going into the ball game, or felt like going into the ball game, we couldn't get in a scoring contest with them because their defense is a 2-minute defense all the time, and we just didn't have enough to keep it interesting there in the third quarter.
Danny, congratulations on a great year.
Thanks.
Let's go back to Brent.
All right, well, Coach Reeves alluded to that defense, and 2 of the key members are right with me. The youngster, who is destined to become one of the best in the NFL if he keeps playing at this rate, Carl Banks. Carl, the goal line stand, the third down play, you had a huge hand in it. Tell me about it.
Well, it was a key play for us, and the key to making the play was to get penetration. And I got down to 3-point stance, and I said, hey, I got to get in the backfield because they are slashing runners, and they want to hit it quick up into the hole. So it was two tight ends, and I got in between the both of them, and I just darted in the backfield.
All right, Carl, and of course, George Martin, he scores more points than any defensive player in history. George, the safety, you score a touchdown against him in game one, but tell me about the safety today.
Well, first of all, Brent, I'd just like to sincerely thank Jesus Christ for being a part of my life and thanking all these guys for making it possible. The safety was a little bit of my trickery that I incorporated. I called to my defensive tackle, Eric Howard, and I told him that I was going to give him a dummy call, and with it, to make the offensive tackle think we're going to run a game. And I faked inside, and he bit on it all the way, and then I came outside, and there was John Elway out there, and I just wrapped him up and scored another 2 points.
Was it a physical football game? How would you characterize the play out there on the field, George?
I think initially it was very physical on us. It was very draining and taxing because we weren't accustomed to the hot weather. But after the second half, we came out and made some obvious adjustments, and we became accustomed to it and played our brand of football after that.
Sure did. Congratulations. We're going to come back with another star of that defensive unit when the Super Bowl Today post-game show continues in just a moment.
There's never any time for us. No time left in a day. We're both so close and yet so far. We've got to get away.
Let American Airlines special low fares take you away with someone special.
Without a single care. We're American Airlines. Something special in the air.
So exceptionally smooth. The night belongs to Michelob.
They were a breed unlike any other. Never the biggest, just the toughest. Introducing a new breed of American truck, the new mid-size Dodge Dakota. Roaming into full-size territory with almost as much standard payload as some full-sized Ford and Chevy pickups. Plus available V6 power and 8-foot bed, all for hundreds less. Dodge Dakota. Full-size ability, compact agility. A lean new breed of American truck.
Now's a good time to get some Michelins.
Things are kind of tight, Dad. We could save some money with another brand.
You'd be surprised. A Michelin's not much more than ordinary radials. And I got 60,000 miles from mine.
60,000? Maybe it pays to get the Michelins.
Besides, what's a few extra dollars when you're buying them for something you can't put a price on?
Michelin, because so much is riding on your tires.
He is the chairman of the board of this defense, if you will, and please don't tug on Superman's cape. Lawrence Taylor is standing with Irv Cross. Irv?
Here, Ben, if you ever wondered what was under number 56, you're looking at it right now. You know, Lawrence, how much did the heat affect your ball club?
Well, it affected dearly. You know, in the first half, you know, it was so hot, nobody could catch their breath and stuff. And I think the heat of the first half really made it much more difficult for us to play, but guys were getting tired. The second half, when it cooled off, we came out and said, hey, this is our type of weather. Let's go out and play ball. And I think the cool weather in the second half gave us momentum to go in and play well.
You know, something unusual going on in this locker room. You're Super Bowl champions. I don't see any champagne. I don't see anything flying around the locker room. When are you going to have the celebration?
I just don't understand. You know, maybe we had to be putting Mets on our uniforms or something like that. But we're going to have a little party later on tonight and over at the hotel. So we'll have some champagne, believe me.
Congratulations,
Thank you very much.
Brett.
All right, Irv, thank you very much. One of the reasons why you don't see champagne in this locker room, the National Football League will not allow it in their Super Bowl celebrations. And we'll continue with our post-game show in just a moment.
Students are always going places. Now there's a powerful computer that can go with them, the IBM PC Convertible. It goes from chemistry to economics, from ancient civilization to modern civilization. The IBM PC Convertible is a smart gift because students can carry an IBM computer anywhere, even into the future.
The Porsche 944 goes from 0 to 50 in just 5.9 seconds. So does my Volkswagen Scirocco 16-valve. But with the Porsche, you get the thrill of paying $12,000 more.
Back when this old tractor and I were kids, Pennzoil came in a can, and 5W30 and 10W30 motor oils didn't even exist. Now, they are recommended not only by GM, Ford, and Chrysler, but by Nissan, Toyota, and Honda for their small engines. Use Pennzoil 5W30 for winter, 10W30 for summer. For small engine protection, my old pal and I recommend it. Pennzoil, the standard of protection since 1889.
Around here, raisins are big business. So when Kellogg started putting 2 scoops of raisins in the Raisin Bran, I knew we had problems. It's simple. The law of raisins. You put 2 scoops in each box. You sell more boxes. Bam! Raisin shortage. I respect Kellogg, but that's a lot of raisins. You know what I tell people? You got a backyard? Plant raisins.
Fiber-rich Kellogg's Raisin Bran. 2 scoops is a lot of raisins.
You mean I can lease a new Volkswagen Jetta for $166 a month?
That's right.
But that's just $5.46 a day.
Better order today.
Today? We won't be out of the parking lot till baseball season.
Lease from stock or order.
For the New York Giants, their first Super Bowl triumph, a shining moment they will never forget. And now we'd like to pay tribute to all of those at CBS Sports who made this broadcast possible for you this afternoon and this evening. So long, everybody.
When you look for champions, you look to CBS Sports. This is CBS.
The complete, accurate, original Ameritech Pages Plus. Still the yellow pages. From cover to cover, we cover it all. The Ameritech Pages Plus, published by Donnelly Directory.
This is a beer town. North side, south side, uptown, and downtown. It's the city that works and a city that knows how to play. Beer drinkers here can choose from dozens of brands, but only one is brewed with the purest water on earth and fully kreuzened, which may be why this town likes Heileman's Old Style better than any other beer. Old Style, America's best and Chicago's favorite.
Bill Curtis and Walter Jacobson, weeknights on the 10 o'clock news.
Good evening. Here's Newsbreak from CBS.